I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Folsom Cordova Unified School District. Ms. Rochelle, could you take roll, please?
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Chalam-Churla? Ms. Larrett? Ms. Lofthouse?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
Please note, Ms. Larrett is absent and Mr. Chalam-Churla is absent.
And for the record, we do have a quorum. With that being said, we will adjourn into closed session where we will discuss student matters, employer relations, conference with legal counsel, conference with real property, and personnel matters. All right, I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Folsom Cordova Unified School District Board of Education. Ms. Rochelle, could you please call roll?
Yes. Ms. Lopez Petracca?
Here.
Ms. Long?
Here.
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Chalam-Churla? Ms. Larrett? Ms. Lofthouse?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
Please note, Ms. Larrett and Mr. Chalam-Churla are absent.
All right, thank you. With that, we will go to our land acknowledgement.
As the Folsom Cordova Unified School District, we acknowledge that our administrative facilities and schools occupy the unceded territory of the Nishanan and Miwok, the original people of the skies, land, and waters where we work and learn.
We also recognize the presence and ancestral stewardship of the Nishanan ancestral tribes, the Esto, Notamuse, and Nisim Pewanan to the north.
And the Miwok ancestral tribes, the Amashume, Consumne, Halapunye, and Mokalumne to the south along the Great Sacramento River system since time immemorial.
We understand that this land upon which our institutions are built was once flourishing with natural resources and sustained by the ancestral knowledge and practices of these indigenous communities. We acknowledge the injustices of colonialism and attempted genocide that have impacted these communities and recognize the resilience of the descendants who continue to thrive today.
In our daily endeavors of teaching, learning, leadership, and community engagement, we commit to supporting, respecting, and honoring their culture, traditions, and lifeways. We pledge to work together for the evolving vision of the Miwok and Nisean, especially all future generations. And with that, we will go to our Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mason from Williamson Elementary, would you be so kind, sir, to lead us?
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate you. All right. A broadcast statement and recording is being made at the direction of the board, and the broadcast may capture images and sounds of those attending the meeting. Tonight's meeting is being live streamed on the district's YouTube channel. The recording will be cablecast as replays on Metro Cable Channel 14, the local government affairs channel on Comcast, and DirecTV Uverse cable systems. The recording will also be closed captioned and video streamed at Metro 14 Live at saccounty.gov. Folsom Cordova Unified District Board Policy 1313 promotes mutual respect, civility, and orderly conduct among employees, parents, and the public. We will treat staff, parents, and members of the public with respect and ask the same in return. If any member of the public uses obscenities or communicates in a demanding, loud, insulting, and/or demeaning manner, the board will calmly and politely admonish the person to communicate civilly. Public comments during board meetings are an important component of public engagement and transparency. Members of the public will not be permitted to yield their speaking time to another member of the public. All written comments submitted by 2 p.m. today to the board have been read and will not be read out loud during the meeting. Comments received will become permanent record and improved minutes. Per the Brown Act, The board is not allowed to enter into a two-way discussion on any matter on the agenda. And with that, we'll go on to item D, District Recognition Month, Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah. Good evening, Board President. Board President Clark, hold on. These are new to me. Reading glasses. Good evening, Board President Clark, Superintendent Swanson, trustees, and members of the community. My name is Pablo Castellanos. I'm a teacher at Vista del Lago and a Folsom Cordova Unified School District equity leader. It's an honor to share with you tonight as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. This year's theme is Collective Heritage, honoring the past and inspiring the future. Tonight, we will highlight the historical, cultural significance and contributions of the Hispanic community, both nationally and right here in our district. Hispanic Heritage Month is observed from September 15th through October 15th, and it recognizes the histories, cultures, and contributions of Americans with ancestry from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central, and South America. Originating in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week and expanding to a month in 1988, Hispanic Heritage Month serves as an opportunity to honor traditions while inspiring future generations. The timing of Hispanic Heritage Month is intentional. It begins mid-September to align with several independence anniversaries across Latin America. On September 15th, 5 nations, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, all declared their independence from Spain in 1821. Their shared struggle and simultaneous freedom marked an extraordinary moment in history. The very next day, September 16th, Mexico commemorates Father Miguel Hidalgo's call for liberation, a movement that reshaped the nation's future and became a rallying cry for justice. On September 18th, Chile celebrates its independence, known as Fiestas Patrias, a time of national pride filled with music, food, and traditions that continue today. Finally, on October 12th, many communities across Latin America and Spain observe Dia de la Raza, or Day of the Race, which has evolved into a day of recognizing the blending of cultures, resilience, and the rich diversity of Latin heritage. Together, these milestones show how deeply freedom, resilience, and identity are woven into the Hispanic experience, values that continue to inspire generations in the United States and beyond. I'd like to share some notable figures with you guys. Our first is Ellen Ochoa. She was the first Hispanic woman to travel into space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1993. She logged nearly 1,000 hours in space missions and is a recipient of NASA's Distinguished Service Medal. She inspires women and youth to pursue careers in STEM and is a living example of honoring heritage while advancing future opportunities. Next, Sonia Sotomayor, the first Latina Supreme Court Justice, appointed in 2009. She's a strong advocate for the rights of Puerto Ricans, women, and children in the justice system. She's the author of several children's books focused on resilience and confidence, and a role model for equity, justice, and representation in leadership. And I'm proud to highlight one of our own, Ms. Vilma Patton, who serves as Special Project Coordinator. She's been an employee of FCUSD for approximately 7 years. Vilma grew up in Colombia, where values of family, respect, and cooperation shaped her. She brought those values to her life and work in the United States. On a daily basis, Vilma serves our diverse community with commitment and compassion. Her story reflects how honoring our cultural roots helps us inspire the future together. I'd like to take a moment to connect this work to our classrooms. Our team of equity leaders continue to develop companion slide decks for teachers for each FCUSD Recognition Month. The slide decks that teachers receive have resources that include read-alouds, discussion prompts, and classroom activities that help bring Hispanic Heritage Month to life for students, with the goal of deepening both staff and student understanding of the rich histories, cultures, and contributions we've shared tonight. This way, our celebration extends beyond this room and into every classroom, fostering connection, learning, and pride across our district. As we reflect on Hispanic Heritage Month, we honor the struggles, triumphs, and contributions that have shaped not only Hispanic communities, but our nation as a whole. The stories of independence, resilience, and leadership remind us that heritage is not just history. It is living, breathing, and continuing to inspire the future. Here at Folsom Cordova Unified School District, we celebrate the richness of diversity among our staff, students, and families, and we reaffirm our commitment to equity and inclusion. Thank you.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. Before we go into our secondary school spotlight, Miss Angela, you know what we do best. Mr. Mason, sir, would you be so kind as to take a picture with at least half of the board? If I can have everybody step down. All right. We'll go into item E, secondary school spotlight, Sutter Middle School.
All right. Good evening, Superintendent Swanson, President Clark, and our esteemed board. My name is Tarek McFall, proud principal at Sutter Middle School, and I am here to talk. I'm actually joined by three amazing leadership students who came here tonight, probably had to rush to do homework and sacrifice some time to present on behalf of Sutter Middle School. Tasia Sweeney, Vishwanath, Aiden Dreyer, and Dylan Dreyer. And we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that are happening on campus at Sutter Middle School, some of the things that are on the horizon, and just some things that we think encapsulate the culture of our school. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Aiden Dreyer.
Hello. Students at our Sutter get to participate in a number of classes that ultimately give them the skills to prepare them for high school, college, careers, and life. Our Peer Buddy PE class is a full inclusive experience for all students. For this class, students from our Independent Living Skills class partner up with 8th grade buddies during PE. Our 8th grade web leaders, otherwise known as We Welcome Everybody, do an amazing job at connecting with our 6th grade students to make them feel welcome and valued. Our 8th grade web leaders also do an amazing job at uniting 6th grade, going into classrooms and connecting with students to do fun, inclusive activities, and also building community.
Our STEM program uses an integrated approach to inquiry-based learning, focusing on school-to-career pathways. Sutter offers many opportunities for students to play sports, including volleyball, cross-country, wrestling, basketball, soccer, and track and field. Currently, our scholar athletes are participating in girls volleyball and cross-country. SMS has a great VAPA program which includes award-winning band, orchestra, jazz band, art, and choir. Sutter Middle School focuses on our 7 pillars of character. Staff hand out Cougar character cards to students who display these pillars. This year, Sutter received the California PBIS Silver Implementation Award.
Club Rush. Club Rush is a fun event that highlights the many opportunities students have to get involved in campus life. It plays at it gives students a positive school culture and encourages them to connect with peers, explore their interests, and join clubs that meet during or after school. Even more, students are empowered and encouraged to create their own clubs, making Club Rush a celebration of student voice, choice, and community. Ruby Bridge is Walk. Here at Sutter, students come together annually to participate in the annual Ruby Bridges Walk. Team Day. Team Day is a fun event hosted by leadership class, which allows advisory classes to bond and compete in friendly games. Lastly, I want to give a tremendous thank you to our amazing Sutter staff, students, families, community members, and our amazing principal, Mr. McFall.
Yeah, did you pay him for that?
Someone give that student today, right? Thank you. And really quickly, just before, I didn't get a chance to throw this slide up, but we just finished up our student body elections. We had 1,300 students participate in the democratic process. We are going to be announcing those winners tomorrow after school, but I wanted to say thank you so much for all the students who participated and all of our candidates who ran. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. McFall. Sutter students, come on up. Photo op time.
Yep.
Great job. See you soon. Good job, guys.
All right. We all seated? We're good? All right. Let's go to item 5. Reporting out of closed session, Superintendent.
Nothing to report.
All right, thank you, sir. Item 6, adoption of the agenda.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Board Member Lofthouse, second by Board Member Reed. Ms. Rochelle.
Ms. Lopez Petracca?
Aye.
Ms. Long?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Aye.
Mr. Clark?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you, ma'am. Item number 7, agenda
3-0.
consent.
Correction, 3-0.
3-0, okay, thank you. Item 7, agenda consent.
I think we have something to
Do
pull.
have a community request to pull item U.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right.
I'll move with you pulled.
Yes, what you pulled, thank you. Motion made by Board Member Lofthouse,
I'll second.
second by Board Member Addy. Ms. Rochelle?
Ms. Lopez Petracca?
Aye.
Ms. Wong?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Aye.
Mr. Clark?
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's move on to item U. Superintendent?
Absolutely. Item U is Board Policy 4218, dismissal and suspension and disciplinary action. And I believe we have a public comment first.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we'll welcome Kim Mitchell.
Good evening, honorable trustees and superintendent. Forgive me, I usually do this written online, but I ran out of time, and now I have to embarrass myself up here. For the purposes of this public comment, I am speaking as an individual, not as a representative of any organization. I have deep concerns with the proposed language of the classified disciplinary board policy. First, going forward, it would be greatly appreciated if classified staff or leadership were consulted before proposed changes to our specific related items make it to the board. Second, I object in principle to the language that expects staff to behave, quote, as a role model in the community, unquote, outside of work. I lease you my time. You do not own my time. For the purposes of illustration, if I want to be a crack-addicted sex worker on the weekend, that's my right. So long as it's not affecting my work when I am on shift and I'm not associating myself with the district, my employer has no right to expect anything from me when I am off duty. I respectfully and emphatically request removal of this item from tonight's agenda to allow for further edits. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Appreciate your comment. You know what? I agree with you. I think maybe this needs to go back to our policy committee to have a deeper dive into it. But however, it is the consensus of the board who will have to make that decision. I'm just saying that I agree with you that the language needs to be looked into a little bit deeper. Any comments from the board on this?
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
Question for the superintendent or staff. Was this language, remind me, the recommendation of CSBA?
Yes, sir. Board policy has been updated to reflect CSBA recommended revisions from March 2024. Highlighting the revisions were adding that governing board expects all employees to serve as positive role models at school and in the community for consistency with expectations for certificated staff. Revisions to reflect the decision in Visalia Unified School District versus PERB, which held that service as a union officer constitutes a protective activity under the Educational Employment Relations Act for purposes of complaints of retaliation for union activities, and that retaliation solely for engaging in protected activities is prohibited. And finally, for consistency, procedural language was moved from the board policy to an accompanying admin regulation AR 4218.
Okay. I'd be fine with having this go back. I don't know if we can change it, if it's tied to a court decision or not, but at the very least, at least I don't think there's a rush that we do it tonight, correct? Okay. So, yeah, I'd be comfortable with sending it back to policy but obviously no promises, but I think, let's take a look at it and we'll ask legal counsel their thoughts. I do think, however, if we do decide to make a change to this policy, we just approved, I think, 2 other policies that apply to certificated and, what was the other one? Well, to other staff.
Management.
Management.
Yep.
I think that if we do recommend changes to this for purposes of consistency, we should also ask the policy committee to consider whether unified changes to those policies would be warranted as well, so that all of our personnel are being treated the same.
Trustee Reed, just to clarify, item U is 4218. It was the item above it that actually includes classified, certificated, and management. That's the 4119 series for sexual harassment. This one was isolated alone as a 4218.
So there is no parallel one to it?
No,
Okay.
not for tonight's consideration.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, then let's just,
Yep.
if, I'm good, Mr. President, if you wanted to go back to policy.
Absolutely. Ms. Lofthouse?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. All right.
Not a problem. We'll have it on the next board policy subcommittee meeting. Ms. Campos, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
All right. All right, we'll go to item 8, special presentations, students.
Mr. Clark, we do need to vote on this consent.
Oh, we do
item.
need to vote on this, yes, as to send, just for, yeah, we're just gonna table it. I don't think we
Okay.
need to motion on that. So we can move on to item 8. All right, special presentations. Looks like we have none from students, staff, superintendent.
Yeah, I believe our first special presentation, we have some speakers here from our amazing career and technical education team, and we see some students here, and we're going to be talking about some summer successes. I'd love to invite our coordinator for career and technical education, Shannon Spears, to the lectern to kick us off.
Oh, thank you. Not sure I need this, taught for a long time. My name is Shannon Spears. Welcome, thank you for having me. President Board of Education, Mr. Clark, our Superintendent Swanson, and our esteemed trustees. I have brought 3 of our teachers with us to share their programs and our summer successes. I just finished my very first year at FCUSD, and I'd like to say I took all the credit, but I did not, and I'd like them to come up and share. Our first teacher is Mr. Andrew Bias and his students, and they are coming from Folsom High School. Our other ones that will be coming that, I'm sorry, I was out of order. I totally said it was gonna be Miss Valtiera first. I just wanna make sure they're paying attention. Sorry. Miss Valtiera from Vista Del Lago is here to talk about the summer successes with her video production program.
All right, good evening. My name is Brittany Valtiera. I teach the video production pathway at Vista Del Lago. And each year, or the past few years, I've kind of designed the course that we make a capstone film at the end. So the whole class is working on one kind of film as they would out in the real world in the entertainment industry. And each year, we've been lucky enough that we have all been an official selection of the All-American High School Film Festival this year for our movie, for their movie, really, Control Z. And another exciting thing that happened last year was they applied for a grant with the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission, mouthful, and we went and presented there, and they were so excited that I believe it's one of the first times that they actually have taken the making of and the film itself, and they have aired it multiple times, and just emailed me today that I think they're going to continue to air it on their network. So that's kind of exciting stuff. So to share about their experience, I have our first AD on the film, Dom Flores.
Thank you guys for having me. My name is Dominic Flores. To get this out the way, Control Z was a great film because Ms. Valtiera allowed us to just have our own creative flow and our own creative style. And that is the very reason why it was chosen and selected for the All-American Film Festival. I joined video production in my sophomore year of high school, and I had no clue about film. And until I started going more and more, I took VP1, VP2, and 3, and now I plan to do it in college. And it is a great passion for me. I don't consider it a hobby anymore. I just consider it, my work now. And becoming an assistant director in this film just allowed me to see all the different aspects of script writing, storyboarding, pitching, rewrites, production meetings, set buildings, call sheets, crew conflicts, and then we shoot. These are all probably vocabulary words that you guys won't know unless you take VP1. So it is great just to be able to share this information with you. And yes, because we've had various success in the previous years with films such as Day Tripper, we did not become intimidated with this tall task. We became motivated, and now it led us to this amazing air. It's gonna go all the way to New York from Folsom, California, and it's just an overall success. I consider it great. I hope you guys see it. It's on YouTube. It's pretty nice. About it.
Oh, there we go. All right, and also in my video too, I make everyone kind of submit into the CEVA Awards, which is kind of the local video kind of company. Sorry, I lost my words. And we took home 2 CEVAs last year, really exciting for PSAs, one on the benefit of youth sports and the other one for peer pressure. And so we're just excited to continue this work and make it better and grow each year from previous years and what we're doing. So thank you for having us.
All right, thank you.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And next, Mr. Drew Bias from Folsom High School.
President Clark, Superintendent Swanson, trustees. My name is Andrew Bias from the Folsom High School.
I love it.
We're good. So over the summer, the last few years, we've competed with an organization called Skills USA. And Skills USA is a student-led organization that teaches career-ready skills, leadership, and technical skills. We've competed the last 3 years, and this year, we've gone to nationals all 3 years in various categories. This summer, we brought home the gold with Jacob. Jacob won a 5-axis CNC programming gold medal at their national conference in Atlanta, Georgia. He faced competitors from 14 other states, and he represented us well. This win demonstrates our excellence and dedication to CTE pathways, and it validates the investment and everything you guys have invested into this program and this school. And this is Jacob.
I just wanted to really compliment.
You're on theme music. I like it. Yeah.
I was looking at the movie.
I just wanted to really compliment Mr. Bias and his amazing class, because there's no way I could have gone anywhere near this far without his class. It's just the way he set it up. It's amazing. Every day in class, I was able to go into the machine shop and really spend time actually learning hands-on. And like I saw, we had students previously competing in this competition, and my friend Colby Harris, he had his big silver national banner up on the wall, and I'm like, I really want a banner up on that wall. So as soon as I saw that banner, and when Mr. Bias put it up, I'm like, I'm gonna work really hard for this. And just every day in class, Mr. Bias gave me this opportunity, and flying to Atlanta, Georgia to compete, and not knowing what was going to happen, just getting first place was just a dream come true. And I don't know, I really hope to continue doing this in the future. Oh, yeah. So I'm currently at Folsom Lake College. I want to transfer to UC Davis in 2 years. And I've been talking with Mr. Bias about it, and I can use his class for some credits, I think, for the manufacturing pathway. And UC Davis has a machining shop as well. So I'd love to go there and just use my skills that Mr. Bias is able to give me.
And we ordered him 2 banners, one for my classroom and one for his bedroom.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's one way to decorate your room, right? And our last presentation, and not our least, is about our summer program. So we do a summer preceptorship where our students traditionally have gone on internships, and then we also created a program called Creative Career Connections where our students could work with our teachers in specialized one-on-one events. And that is Mr. Pablo Castellanos. He might look familiar. And a few of his students he brought as well.
Hello again. I'm Pablo Castellanos, like she said. I support our CTE summer programs. I've been doing this for a while. Really proud to work with these guys too, I gotta say that. We have an incredible CTE program. So last summer, like We just heard students had two options. They had the Creative Career Connection option, CCC, and the Summer Preceptorship Program, we call it SPP. The CCC was hosted by CTE teachers who are experts in their field. And they extended their students some learning opportunities, some hands-on opportunities for the summer in a relaxed setting. The SPP paired students with business partners for some hands-on learning in their fields of interest. I'm gonna share some numbers with you. 172 students participated in our CTE summer programs. 80 of them participated in both the CCC and SPP. 17 local business partners generously offered their time and talent, providing a combined 92 students a chance to learn from their industry experts. And enough from me. I'm going to introduce to you a couple of students. No clicker. Okay, next slide. Okay, we have. Sorry. Good for something. You're good for a lot. We have Daphne Aiden here and Jasmine Glenn. We're going to start with Daphne, then hear from Jasmine about their experiences.
Hello, board. My name is Daphne Aiden, and I'm currently a sophomore at Vista Del Lago High School. When I became a freshman in Vista Del Lago, I signed up for the class Child Development, and it fascinated me, seeing how those early years of life are so critical when developing into the person you are today. So when I heard about the CTE program, I thought, I have to do this. I need to see that where this knowledge that I just learned can lead in an actual career for me. So I had the wonderful opportunity to intern at an elementary school and be an assistant teacher to kindergarten and first grade students. And it was just so amazing. I became a part of their everyday life. I got to see how from day one, these kids progressed all the way to day 30. And I was just a small part in their life and who they're gonna become. And I hope that later in life, I can continue this pathway and still make an impact on kids when I'm an adult. And this amazing program really helped me find that this is what I want to do. I really want to work with kids. And I think that it was just such a great experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, board. I'm Jasmine Glenn. I'm a senior at Cordova High School. And as you can tell on the picture, that is not me. That is my friend, Justine. She was supposed to speak here tonight, but when Mr. Castellanos came to me and asked me to speak, I couldn't turn him down. This summer, I volunteered over the full summer, which was only supposed to be 3 weeks, but I stayed the full summer because I couldn't leave, honestly. I volunteered at the Veterans Hospital at Mather, where I really helped just veterans with their everyday life. We transferred them from room to room, transferred them from appointment to appointment, and honestly, it seemed kind of boring and mundane at first, where we were just sitting in a room, but once we got connections with the people that we were with, just meeting other students from Folsom, from Vista, just all around, and getting close to them and realizing that, like, even though we weren't doing hands-on medical work as we thought we were still meeting connections with people, and that's what kind of made me want to stay the whole summer. And so every day for the whole week, like the whole work week, I woke up at 8 and I got there at 8:30 and I stayed until 4:30 to help clean up every day my whole summer. And honestly, my parents thought I was insane, but to me, it didn't seem like work and it seemed way better than school because I was making very, very close connections with everyday people, and it felt fun, and it gave me a sense of passion, and it grew my sense of passion I already had for the medical career. And so continuing with that, I went now to my school for my senior year, and I have the CCE program, the med program that I am in at Cordova. And I became director of my med staff there, which we help put people in our CTE on the field to work with the football players and the sports players. And I became director of that because I knew that people wanted to reach out and wanted to connect more and get that real experience because I had gotten it. And so to give my other students that opportunity was something that I couldn't take for granted. And so, yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
So I just want to wrap up here. Thank you both to these amazing students. Thank you for Folsom Cordova Unified School District for your year-round support for programs like this. Thank you to our business community for stepping up to the plate, right, and for the future of our workforce. Thank you to parents, guardians, and our supportive community, right, for entrusting us with the incredibly important mission of educating these amazing young people that will carry on our professional legacies with excellence. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So you can see why my job is easy. Thank you so much. I'd like the students to stand and the teachers as well. Just one more round of applause for all their hard work, especially over the summertime. Photo op?
Photo op, but Daphne, thank you. I see a legacy.
I was already thinking about offering her
I
a
see a
job, but
legacy.
you can come back in a few years. I know someone that'll hire you.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Justine, was it Jasmine? Okay, sorry, got it mixed up. You worked out at the VA. Thank you. Our veterans need that. I usually go out there just to, one, get medically cleared, but to see our other veterans. But I just appreciate you doing that. Okay, so yeah, photo op time.
One more thing to note is that the program that we did start last summer allows this opportunity for students every summer before they graduate. It used to just be between the junior and senior year, and now the students have multiple layers to explore.
All right, awesome.
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just want to add, I just love these career or CTE success stories. I mean, you guys are truly success. And this is the amazing things that our school district, other school districts as well, but we're the best in the state, are providing to students. And it really, is a wonderful way to find a passion, find a future career that you potentially fall in love with, or potentially, try a particular class and realize it's not for you. But I'm so happy that you guys are finding pathways that you enjoy, and we've had a lot of success, and sometimes we don't always share it. But I know a family friend who graduated from Folsom High School, and I had to look it up just to make sure I didn't misstate his position. But he started in video editing, went to college for video editing, and is currently an assistant editor at Marvel Studios in Burbank. So, there's a lot of wonderful opportunities that, graduates of FCUSD have gone on to do things. So I guess the one thing I would always encourage the students to do is network too, because there are a lot of alum out there that might potentially be inside track to helping you out, at least, internship opportunities or some other things. You never know. But congratulations, though.
All right. Come on up.
All right, we're gonna get you up there too. Come on, Tyler. Johnstone, you already made it all the way down here.
All right, and is there anybody that wants to take a picture? I'll take a picture, I'll make them stay for you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take a picture, then you need to stay for other people to take a picture, okay, so don't leave, all right? 1, 2, 3. That looks great. Okay. Come on. Yes, yes, absolutely. Take your time.
Yes, indeed. All right, we'll go on to FCUSD preliminary data overview. Superintendent?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Dr. Huber and Dr. Johnson to the lectern. And before we jump into this preliminary data overview, I'd love to say a few words about this presentation. Jonathan is our new coordinator in our testing and assessment department, and he works with some brilliant people, Pam Oyen and Kevin Smith. And we're really trying to reshape their work to be focused on the current work that they're doing, but also talking about research and evaluation, because as we evolve into an improvement organization really focused on getting 1% better every day, it's really important we're able to measure our programs or measure our successes in real time so we can live up to our third collective commitment around adapt, adopt, and abandon. We want to adapt and adopt practices that are working for our young people and for our staff, and we want to abandon the ones that aren't. And so today's preliminary data overview is, I would call, like on macro measures, so attendance measures, suspension measures, and our district's performance on the 24-25 California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, fondly referred to as the CASP assessment. The presentation is focused on our overall achievement there, as well as disaggregating the data on the student groups that are focused in our equity policy, as Mr. Castellanos mentioned earlier as one of our equity team members. The last thing I'd like to say before the team kicks off this presentation is this is a beginning of really focusing in on student level and staff level data to support our governance team in making governance decisions and pointing our policies and our resources towards the best practices that work for our students and staff. So I say that to say that more to come. The more we meet at this dais, the more data is going to be presented to you so that you're more informed on making the best policy decisions for our district. So I'll invite Dr. Huber to kick us off.
Yes, and good evening. Just to piggyback on that as well, this is our preliminary data. This will be finalized when the California dashboard is actually published in November. But we are confident that we're really close in terms of the numbers that we'll be sharing tonight. So our first slide it covers our chronic absenteeism. And from previous presentations, everyone's aware that we are actually now really a district that is leading the state in this work. And so as you can see that our chronic absenteeism continues to decline. We're definitely moving in the right direction. This is a huge shout out again, obviously to Mr. Meyer and his team and all the hard work that our teams are doing at our school sites in terms of, I don't have the number in front of me, but I want to say we did something in the neighborhood of around 4,000 phone calls to families since the start of the school year in terms of getting after, helping folks get to school on time and overcoming barriers. So again, a real point of pride and celebration for us, and we believe that it will continue to see this trend in our next school year. Our suspensions, same thing. We have some really good news and some things to celebrate. Again, we lead our area, but we also are pretty much a leader in the state when it comes to the work that we have done and in moving our approach to either behavior issues or issues in the classroom that traditionally back, for instance, when I was a principal, would have resulted in simply a really quick classroom suspension or even a suspension off-site. And through restorative practices, and again, the amazingly hard work of all of our administrators and our teachers and our support staff, we're really starting to see these numbers come down. There are still challenges and things that our schools need to continue to work on. And we're always looking for resources to bring to bear to help families and students be successful. But again, we're really proud of the work that we've done, and we continue to see these numbers fall, which is terrific. In terms of our performance and progress, in terms of English language arts and mathematics, we did see increases the past year. The 60% number represents 60% of our tested students meeting or exceeding the grade level standard in ELA. So those numbers are higher than the previous 3 years. And then mathematics, the 49% number, though it's very similar to the previous year, is an improvement over the 21-22 and 22-23 school year. And then also in LPAC, we made substantial growth in the number of students scoring 4 on the LPAC. Scoring 4 is what makes a student eligible to be reclassified and to change their designation to Reclassified Fluent English Proficient, or RFEP. That 16% from last year is higher again than the last 3 years. So again, we're really proud of and celebrating the fact that we are trending in the right direction. And the increase over the last year equates to around 80 additional English learners now eligible for reclassification. While there's a lot to celebrate and a lot that we're really proud of, there are definitely some things that we also still are aware of. There are areas of improvement and groups that we need to focus on, and Dr. Johnson is going to take us through that.
Good evening, thanks for having me. This slide represents our overall gains across the district for our different student subgroups. As you can see here, most subgroups are showing improvement, which is very promising. Our Black, African American, Hispanic, and socioeconomically disadvantaged students had their highest results in the past 4 years. Our English learners had their best performance over the last 3 years. We recognize the need to focus some support on our homeless or underhoused students who showed just a very slight decline in English language arts. Next slide, this is math achievement for student by subgroup. We saw a slight district-wide decline in math, a very small percentage, not even a full percent, and it just highlights the need for broader strategies to improve in this area. However, there are some bright spots. Again, our socioeconomically disadvantaged students not only improved from last year, but they had their best math performance in 4 years. Our Black African American students showed modest growth, and our Hispanic and Latino students also achieved their best math results in the last 4 years. And on this slide, we have definitely items to celebrate. This shows year-over-year improvement in the percentage of students meeting grade level standards in math and English language arts. 5 out of our 8 Title I elementary schools improved in the percentage of students meeting grade level math standards, and 6 out of 8 of our Title I elementary schools improved in the percentage of students meeting English language standards. These gains are definitely thanks to the dedication and focused efforts of our site leaders, support staff, and amazing teachers. While the results show that we always have room to grow, they're also very encouraging and again, a testament to our amazing site teams and support from the district. That's it.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none?
We could clap too if we want.
Yeah, we can clap. Thank you, gentlemen, I appreciate you. All right, we will move on to item 9, public comment. Time will be given to speakers at the discretion of the board chairperson. The law allows the public to address the board on any matter not on the agenda, but the law prohibits action by the board on non-agenda items. With that being said, I will turn it over to Ms. Rochelle.
Yes, thank you. We have one comment request from Wendy. If you can come up to the podium.
Hello, my name is Wendy Weston. I work for the district as a substitute teacher, but I also work, and my primary job is the UC Master Food Preserver Coordinator for Sacramento County. My role is to help the volunteers to teach classes to the public for free to low cost in how to preserve food safely in their homes. We're under the umbrella of the UC Cooperative Extension Program, and housed over off of Branch Center Road over in the county offices across from Rosemont High School. So we have classes, and I have gone to the city before, to the the Rancho Cordova City Board meeting and City Hall meeting, and they said to come here would be a great place. I'm interested in having my volunteers to come and work with some of your families that may be receiving large amounts of food that they don't, maybe donated food, things like that, and they're not sure quite how to use that food or how to make it preserve for a longer time frame in their homes. Also people that are coming to America and they're getting maybe food that is donated to them that's maybe not part of their food that they're used to. So we offer classes to help teach them what to do with it or how to use it, how to put it in the freezer, how to use the different things. And so I just want to put that out there, that there's a cooperative extension has lots and lots of projects and programs to help individuals, children, and adults. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I like that.
Yep,
food
Mr. President?
justice. Yes.
Wendy, if you feel comfortable, can you give your email address to Miss Angela right there? And then I'll have someone from our community schools team reach out to you. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I was hoping that we could look deeper into that food justice program. All right, Ms. Rochelle, any other comments?
No.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to item 10, report of district organizations. We'll start off with our student advisory board.
Yes. Okay, so finally for our student advisory board, we had our first meeting at Cordova High from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yes. This meeting was held at the school library, and me and some other Cordova SAB members helped to decorate the library with balloons, and we had a hard time kind of like imagining how to decorate just a library, but we made it work, and it ended up looking very festive and pretty. We also had a special visit. Our superintendent came to give a speech, and we put him on the spot. That's okay. You did good. Yes. We had our tour, which ASB helped in giving, and then we went through our presentation, and Addie's gonna explain a little bit more. We played games, and then we also took a group picture.
Awesome. Board member Addie?
Yes, so like Evelyn was saying, our game, we played musical chairs with like a little twist. So that was super fun. It got like, we made everyone cheer for their teams, and it was just a very cool environment to see everyone like just bond. Also, just shout out to Cordova for putting on just like a great show. Evelyn and ASB and all of them did so good, just welcoming them. They had like drum line right outside of the buses. Like it was so hype. Like I don't know how I'm gonna match, but like yeah. And I had a really cool tour experience. I had never actually toured the classrooms in Cordova before, and I went to their culinary like classroom. It was so cool. Like the tables, like Vista does not have a culinary program, so I was very amazed by that. And they have a huge greenhouse. I only have like a very tiny greenhouse at Vista. And their ceramics, I got to meet their ceramics teacher, and she was super nice. And we got to watch all these students like making these like bowls on the wheels and stuff. It was very, very cool. And we were in a bit of a time crunch, but we were able to test out the podcast setup. We didn't really film anything because we didn't have time, but we were able to test something like that out. And then we also informed everyone about committees and had everyone sign up for committees after the meeting on a Google form. And our next SAB meeting will be October 2nd at Sutter.
All right, thank you. California School Employees Association. Mr. Korn.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Swanson. Not much to report tonight. I did want to say that we had to make some adjustments to our TA. We did come to an agreement on a contract and comprehensive contract and compensation TA that has already passed our 610, and it will go up for ratification next Wednesday before our membership. We don't expect there to be any issues. We expect it to pass with flying colors and hopefully be on the next board for the 2nd or the 16th of October. So we then can proceed with Article 8 in the contract, finish that up by February, and start our successor. I would also like to extend a warm welcome from classified staff to our Executive Director of Human Resources, David Bird, and our Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Ms. Shauna Pitt. Classified looks forward to working with both of you. Nothing else tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Folsom Cordova Education Association.
Good evening, board, FCUSD administrators, certificated and classified staff, and community members. Welcome. Nice seeing you again. So just a brief statement tonight to the board. Thank you for approving RTA. So that passed with a 92% Passed, so it was passed with flying colors, so I think you guys all know that though. This will allow the bargaining team to focus on the evaluation process, the special education language, due process, and cleaning up the language for our new CBA starting in the fall of 2026. I also wanted to relay my excitement on the action item for purchasing prospect property. This new endeavor will give all the students of FCUSD an opportunity for new educational pathways with an emphasis on CTE opportunities we currently don't offer. This Choice Small High School is a way to honor the commitment to SFID 3 and Rancho Cordova residents while giving students a more intimate setting that appeals to a wide variety of students. FCA looks forward to continuing conversations around programs, flexibility, and integration. It is truly an exciting time for our district. Thank you.
Thank you. Folsom Cordova Leadership Association.
Good evening, President Clark, Superintendent Swanson, members of the board and families. Welcome, welcome. We're excited to have you join our team and return to our team. I'm Leslie Cottrell, principal at Williamson Elementary School, and I'm representing FCLA tonight. We're proud to highlight two programs that reflect our district's commitment to cultivating leadership. First, as introduced by Kate Azarian, we've launched a new leader onboarding program. This initiative is designed to support managers who are either new to leadership roles or new to FCUSD through 5 sessions held between September and February. Participants are coached in our leadership culture and collective commitments. Thank you to Kate and her team for leading this important work. Second, under the guidance of Dr. Huber, aspiring leaders are invited to participate in the Aspiring Administrator Academy, a monthly professional development program aimed at building leadership capacity, confidence, and readiness for future administrative roles. Topics include being a warm demander, instructional excellence, and adaptive leadership through the lens of improvement science. The first session took place on September 10th, with Superintendent Swanson joining as the guest speaker. These programs are examples of cultivating leaders within a supportive system. We'd also like to congratulate our Folsom Cordova schools on being recognized for their implementation of PBIS, or Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports, in the 2024-2025 school year. PBIS is a proactive, data-driven approach for creating a positive, predictable, and safe school culture. 2 schools received the Bronze Award, 20 schools received the Silver Award, 8 schools received the Gold Award, and 3 schools received the Platinum Award. Finally, we understand tonight is Mr. Washburn's last board meeting, and so we wanted to say on behalf of FCLA, thank you very much for your service to our community and your dedication to our students and our staff. And we'll miss you and we wish you the best. Thank you.
All right, thank you. District English Learner Advisory Committee, DLAC.
No report.
Thank you. Board committees.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Since the last meeting on the board committees on September 5th, I participated on the Facilities Comprehensive Planning project. That's a really neat, and you're going to see some information on that, I don't think in the not too distant future. It's basically updating our comprehensive plan. It's been probably, Matt, what has it been, like 12, 13 years since it's been updated? Yeah, about that. But it's going to be a dynamic plan that will reside on the internet, where you'll be able to go into each school site and be able to have dynamic interaction with the facility, the needs of the campus. You can actually change some of the demographics or the costs based on, by clicking certain buttons. I'm doing a bad job of describing it, but the bottom line is it's wonderful. And I think it's going to be a wonderful resource tool for the community to use for the community to better understand what facility needs need to be improved, when they need to be improved, how much it's going to cost to improve them, and and it really takes transparency to a new level. So I'm excited to see the rollout of that. On September 8th, participated on the Superintendent Budget Advisory Committee. That was the second meeting we've had of that. The departments we reviewed at that meeting were the Transportation Department, the Superintendent's Department, and the Communications Department. I guess for the Superintendent's Department, which the board falls under, if any of my colleagues have any suggestions for potential cost savings, I would say just share it with the superintendent when you have an opportunity. And then on September 12th, I participated on the Facilities Committee meeting, which is the board level Facilities Committee meeting. And we actually had another opportunity to review the Facilities Comprehensive Plan and provide some suggested feedback there as well. So the fact that that's coming through multiple committees now is obviously a sign it's near completion. And then finally, on September 17th, participated with Board Member Lofthouse on the Policy Committee meeting and reviewed a number of policies. Most of them, or actually all of them, were at the recommendation of California School Boards Association. And we will be getting those policies before this board at the next meeting. And that's my update.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, we are moving on to item 11, discussion action item. Superintendent?
Yes, we have one item up for consideration today. I'll invite Mr. Martin to the lectern. President Sansenbach mentioned this in her comments. This is about a recommendation for the board to approve the purchase and sale agreement for 3215 Prospect Park Drive. Mr. Martin.
Yes, good evening. So this is kind of a culmination or starting point, depending on where you are in the process, with regards to all of the different discussions we've had about the small specialty high school, SFID 3, the subcommittee that was created as well with regards to the use of Measure M funds, identifying needs and services across the district, but also looking at where we are with Rancho Cordova of use of those funds. And so at the last meeting, I believe the board took the action to authorize the use of Measure M for this purchase. And so this is the actual purchase agreement that we have in place with the seller. It does have an escrow period that will allow us to do all of our due diligence to ensure that we can meet all the compliance requirements of the Department of State Architecture and Office of Public School Construction for the upgrades that we want to put in place. And so in the document, you will see just a general overview of the property, which we had already shared with you, as well as the sales agreement. So I'm here to answer any questions you guys have.
All right, any questions from the board? Hearing none, any public comments on that?
Yes, we have one. Jennifer, if you can come to the podium.
Neuenfeld.
Hello, board. I just want to encourage you to purchase this property and bring Rancho Cordova a new high school for CTE. We need more CTE programs in our district, and Rancho Cordova definitely needs that. Please, though, do your diligence. Make sure this is a beautiful school and not just a giant warehouse. Thanks.
Thank you. No further comments.
And so, yeah, I think you heard a little bit about the CTE. We're very excited about, all of the opportunities. Quite a few of our alternative programs would be embedded in this program, but we're looking at it as an expansion and growth of so many different ways and so many different opportunities and pathways for our students. So we're very excited about that and working with all of the partners.
Wait, I actually have a quick question. Can I ask something? What's a Measure M bond?
So yes, Measure M was passed, I believe, in 2007 by the voters within our SFID 3 area. Mm-hmm. So then SFID 3 is south of Highway 50.
Yeah.
You remember those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so Measure M is the bond that was passed. It was a $750 million bond. At this point, we've issued about $250 million of it. But 100 million of it we have not spent at this point of that
Okay.
that we've issued. And so that's the money that will be allocated to do the majority of the work for this school.
Is that money also used for the construction projects of the new high school and the middle school that you're building?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But the SFID3 committee recognized that to ensure an equal allocation or an equitable allocation of the funding between the communities of Rancho Cordova and Folsom was to make sure that the funds that we had earmarked for Rancho Cordova would go towards this project.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll bring it back to the board. Any final questions or comments?
Yes, Mr. President?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, obviously it's an exciting project here. I'm very excited about it. We're having to work with some of our words that we use to describe the school because it is not an alternative education school. It's a school that is offering A through G. It's a small high school that you can go to this small high school and not do any CTE, but we will have some dynamic CTE programs there that we don't offer in other high schools, and that's what's going to make it so unique and special. And the fact that it's, I keep on saying 800 or less students, I still see 500 here, but it's an opportunity for students to thrive who don't necessarily have the ability or feel comfortable in thriving at our large comprehensive high schools. I mean, when you look at our high schools, whether it's Cordova High, which is over 2,000 students, Vista del Lago, which is about 1,900 students, and Folsom High, which is over 3,000 students, it can be pretty intimidating for some students. And this is a wonderful high school opportunity that if you feel that you would do better in a smaller, I should say, environment. I mean, even up to an 800 student school is that's well, where I grew up, that would be the largest high school. My graduating class was only like 100 and something. But the point is, this is a wonderful opportunity, and it's really something that FCUSD has been missing. And now we're going to have it. And I think that is, again, going to drive the messaging of why FCUSD is the best school district in the state of California. I would also like to just simply point out that the site purchase, the $7,979,000, that is amazing, because to put this into context, that we are obtaining a quality facility, high quality facility for $7,979,000. That is, we're getting the land, we're getting the building, we're getting the parking lot, we're getting the mature trees, we're getting the awesome location for this facility, and we're getting, obviously we're going to be spending a lot of money to make it our own, but for that purchase, we are purchasing all of that for less than the land that we purchased that Alder Creek Elementary went on. I mean, think about that. We get all of this for less money than buying a piece of land that we haven't even started grading yet. So, I think this is an amazing opportunity for the taxpayers of FCUSD as well. And, I'd hazard to say, although I'd probably be corrected by Matt or Sean, but if we were to buy land to build the same square footage that's on this property and build it from scratch, I'm going to guesstimate that we would probably spend at least $130 million. And so we are basically almost saving taxpayers half of that. So this is great. So thank you to the staff for taking this idea seriously and exploring it and doing the due diligence on this. I know you're still doing a little bit more due diligence before we finalize, but I think this is a win for everybody. So thank you.
All right. Any other questions, comments from the board? Thank you for everything, Sean. Appreciate it. you and the rest of the staff. It's a long time coming, and it does present an opportunity for those students in Rancho Cordova. The only question I have is, will it have an impact on our Walnut Woods, our innovation academies, or anything like that? Of those kids leaving and going to that high school?
Yeah, there is a component of those services being supported as well, yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, with that being said, I will entertain a motion.
I'll move.
Moved by Mr. Reed,
I'll second.
second by Board Member Lofthouse, Superintendent, Ms. Rochelle.
Yes. Ms. Lopez Petracca?
Aye.
Ms. Long?
Aye.
Mr. Reed?
Aye.
Ms. Lofthouse?
Aye.
And Mr. Clark?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, we'll move on to item 12. A, 2025 Secondary Summer School Report, Superintendent.
Yeah, just all of our information items are there for your perusal as well as the community. So we have our item A is the summer school report, which we do each year for you so you can see attendance and the progress that the students made. And then item B is regarding our math pilot. We're piloting across the district. And then the last item C is our FCCC, or Folsom Cordova Community Charter Site, a marketing update on the activities that took place last year. So that's just there for your consumption.
Yep, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Item 13, Superintendent's Report.
Yeah, so I'll make it pretty brief. We've already officially welcomed, but to their first board meeting, certainly would love to welcome Dr. Shauna Pitt back to us, and she got to speak on the microphone one time. That was really exciting. So welcome back to the team. Definitely excited as Dave has concluded his 4th day on the job to his first board meeting. Thank you so much. Welcome, Dave Bird. And until you pointed it out, Leslie, I didn't realize that it was the venerable Matthew Washburn's last board meeting. But the good news about Matt is he lives in the community and he's not going very far. So he's gonna still help us out and then actually not have to come to board meetings. So that's why he's smiling right now. So yeah, so really appreciate your so many years of service. In a couple districts I've worked in, Matt, we've crossed paths before. So thank you so much. And then, so I wanted to bring as in my superintendent's comments to the board's attention, we submitted a survey based on some direction from the trustees, last spring, regarding graduation venues. We submitted a survey last year to the, at the time, 11th graders and their families, and we collected that data. And then Trustee Reed and I did a tour last year just to kind of check out Golden One during a graduation for one of our neighboring districts graduation. A lot of our neighboring districts graduate from there along with Sac State. And then at the beginning of this year, as part of our learning process, we sent out another survey to all of our current students in high school, their families, as well as the high school staffs. And we have the data, we've collected the data, and it's gonna be shared. There we go. So from the data, there was staff responses. You can see the total number 161, the student survey of 1,000, and then our families of 1,000. And so as you look at the staff, it looks like the staff is, and you can scroll down to the pie charts because those are fancy, that our staff would prefer to stick to our traditions at an overwhelming margin. Our students are excited at 6 out of 10 for the shiny object of Golden One Center. They would like to graduate there. And then finally, our families are like, nah, we like our traditions as well. So I wanna say that I'm recommending that we stick to our traditions. Sorry, 6 out of 10 students, because we're not seeing, we're not learning from this data that it's an overwhelming support of this transition. I am recommending, though, that our 2 graduations that we have on Friday, well, I'm going to say it more clearly. I'm recommending that all of our graduations commence at 7 p.m., no earlier than that. Last year, we ran into a little bit of a pickle with the 104-degree day on the Friday, and by moving it from 6 to 7, I think we shared about 6 degrees and then saved about 6 degrees, but then pushed the graduations a little bit into the evening, because that is our biggest concern. And why the survey was generated was about primarily about limited tickets and the stories that we've heard for families for graduation, and the stories we've heard about the climate, whether it be a really windy day or a really hot day, and how that impacts our family members. And so we recommend pushing it to 7. And the last thing I'll say about this is when these surveys went out, the community responded, at least what I was hearing from social media, because I try to avoid it, is like, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe they're doing this. I just want to say for the board and for the community watching, we're an improvement focused district, and we inspect what we expect, as well as we survey to get on the ground floor and see what people are interested in, because we have to be able to measure what we want to improve. And so we're going to ask a lot of questions to learn and then respond to the data. And so my recommendation in response to this data is that we stick to our traditions for the class of 2026, and just really hope that the 7 o'clock graduations for, I don't know, would be a nice climate, like an 84-degree day, so those of us in black gowns don't melt. So that is my superintendent's report.
All right, thank you, sir. I agree with you on that. I think for me, it was more of trying to, for all of our board members to be at one graduation, whether it was, in this case, Vista Del Lago and Cordova. And I was thinking about it, my 9 years on the board, I have not been to a Vista graduation, only because it's the same day as Cordova, and I live in Cordova, so I want to support Cordova, but one day I'm hoping that we figure out a way to have those on different days. And I know that's a hard ask, but I think it would be beneficial for all of our board members to attend a Cordova grad or a Vista graduation. So that's my 2 cents on that. But thank you for sending out the surveys, and I thank the parents, families, and students for participating in that. We will move on to our student board members. Evelyn?
Wait, before you go really quick, are the graduation dates confirmed for all the schools, for the high schools?
Yes.
What are the dates?
Dr. Huber, I think it's pretty standard that Folsom High graduates on the Thursday of that week, and Vista and Cordova graduate on the Friday, correct?
Correct.
So, Addie, stand by. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You have your whole senior year ahead of you, young lady. So, so your graduation is going to be on May 29th, Friday, and same with Evelyn's. And then the Bulldogs will be graduating on Thursday, May 28th. Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay. So going off with what we saw here about graduation, I know a lot of students are going to be so sad to not be able to graduate in the big golden one, but I'm very excited to graduate at Cordova. I think it's very important, especially for me. I love my community, my school, and my district, and I think it's really important to keep our traditions alive. And then moving on to Cordova, we finally picked out our homecoming theme, and we're going with Tim Burton. So, as it goes, we have homecoming until October. I'm not gonna guess, but I think it's like late October. And seniors chose Corpse Bride. Our juniors chose The Nightmare Before Christmas, and the sophomores have Alice in the Wonderland. And then freshmen chose Batman. So there's a lot of diversity going on. This Friday we have our third home football game, and it's Western theme. And that's I also wanted to give the welcome to Miss Pitt right here. Yes, welcome. And I'll go Taddy.
I just want to say the same thing about the graduation. I also voted to have it at Vista and not at the Golden One Center, although a lot of my friends were very excited about Golden One, but I like that we decided on that. Vista's homecoming is actually going to be next Saturday, so ours is a lot earlier than a lot of other people's. Our theme is Once Upon a Homecoming, so it's fairy tale themed, and I don't know the exact how all of them correspond, but I know the seniors theme is Hansel and Gretel, and then there's like Red Riding Hood and some other fairy tales. Our homecoming parade is going to be next Wednesday on Golf Links Drive at 6:30 p.m. and then we're gonna have a night rally afterwards, so that's gonna to be really exciting. This Friday, we have a girls flag football game against Folsom High, and it's gonna be in honor of our military. So all like people in the military get like free admission to that game. So that's gonna be really exciting. And this is I think the third year that Vista's girls flag football team is running, and they've been doing amazing. Like, it's really cool to watch. So shout out to them. And our back to homecoming. Our homecoming football game is going to be against Christian Brothers, and it's Bleed Blue theme. It's at Vista, so that's going to be really exciting. And next Monday, we have an advisory challenge, which is where all of the Vista advisories come together and compete in Olympic-style games to boost morale, get excited for homecoming, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Board Member Adia, just a question. The homecoming parade is Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday at 6:30.
6:30.
And it's going to start at Empire Oaks Elementary.
Perfect.
Yes. And go up golf links. Oh, also, before I finish, I just wanted to shout out the CTE presentation. That was my favorite thing to watch at this board meeting thus far. I know Dom and Miss V, so yeah, good job to them. And it's just like, I'm very grateful to go to a district that we have so many like diverse CTE programs like that. I've been looking at colleges and doing college applications recently, and it's really cool to see that so much of like what these colleges are trying to do in terms of getting their students like job experience and like internships is actually happening at my school district. So it's really cool to be like, oh my gosh, I basically have college here.
All right, thank you. Board Member Reed.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Actually, since the students just went, I will just congratulate both of them. Or more your schools than you yourself. But 2 weeks ago, I went to the Cordova High football game, and last weekend I went to the Vista football game. And I have to compliment both schools. I think first of all, I think the student attendance was probably the most I have seen at either school. At a football game. And by the way, I've seen some good attendance at those football games in the past. But the energy level, the fun, the excitement, the team spirit, really, I think both schools have gone and taken it to the next level. And including, I love how at Cordova you now have a student section, and you're playing music. I know it's competing with the band a little, but that's okay. Both can exist at the same time, right? But anyway, it's really nice to see school spirit. So congratulations. I just and I didn't have any questions. I just want to say that up front. But I am kind of curious. Did we intend to skip over item 12B and C? We didn't really have any on information.
Yeah, I just briefly mentioned.
Okay.
Are you talking math pilot report and the FCCC?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because when we put things in information, not to necessarily be covered at the board meeting, just for your consumption.
Well, sometimes in the past, I don't know if any of the community wanted to talk on any of them, but sometimes they do. But I didn't see anybody raising their hand, so I think we're good.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right, I just wanted to make sure of that. And then just, where is he? Matt. Congratulations. Yeah.
Better yet, hold that thought.
Okay.
Matt, could you come up to the podium?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yes. Picture time. I like that.
One last time.
This is his favorite part of his job.
Yes. One last time.
I have a 30-minute report.
No, you don't. Go ahead, Board Member Reed.
Yes. Matt, actually, I got to know you even before I got elected to this board. I really have always appreciated your professionalism and the hard work you've done for the Folsom Cordova Unified School District. I mean, our facilities, both our old and new facilities, are a testament to you and what you've done for this district. I know you've been, how many years have you been with the district?
28.
28, wow. But I'm going to hazard a guess that your name is on more school buildings than any other person. Because when we build a new school, they have a nice little plaque on the front, and it always has your position on it. So I'm going to guess, I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm going to guess that.
You're probably right, yeah.
Yeah, but I still say there is one facility that we haven't gotten your name on yet, and that is to the Vista Aquatic Center. I think it needs to be the Matt Washburn Vista Aquatic Center. But even if we can't do that, I do think that the city of Folsom is looking for lifeguards. So if you're looking for another career, I know how much you love pools, and the more we can find ways to help you in your retirement to enjoy your passion of pools, it would make me feel like really good.
They're looking for help, I know.
Yeah.
Matt, on all seriousness, congratulations, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Thank you.
I actually think we should turn his name in to the naming committee to see if we can make that happen at Vista. What do you think? Board Member Lofthouse?
No report, except welcome Dr. Pitt and welcome Mr. Byrd. We're really excited to have both of you part of Folsom Cordova, and congratulations, Matt.
All right, I will make mine real short. Welcome, Dr. Pitt and Mr. Byrd, to our your first board meeting. Look forward to working with both of you, Matt. Yeah, where are you going? I actually think the board should revoke your retirement, make you stay a little longer. Anyway, I just want to thank you for your years of service. I remember coming on the scene back in 2015 and talking to you about facilities and what you do, because I wanted to know. And you were straightforward and honest on a lot of things, and I appreciate that. I wish you nothing but the best. Don't be a stranger. Come see us. You know, we may have some questions for you, who knows? But no, I just want to thank you for your continuous service to our district and all your hard work. And trust me, for the last 9 years, I've seen you work very hard on certain projects, so appreciate you. With that, I actually don't have anything else. Don't leave, because we are going to do a photo op after the meeting. But thank you for everything, so appreciate you. With that being said, we'll move on.
You can be not tortured and go hang out over there,
you
sir.
Can,
and
hang
then
out.
We'll call you up at the end, because I
Right.
know how uncomfortable that makes you.
And with that, we'll go to item 15, advanced planning. Next board meeting, October 3rd?
October 2nd.
October 2nd, day off. 12-month board calendar and suggested future agenda items. Do we have anything?
I want to make one recommendation from the suggested future agenda items. If the board would permit us to move the Mather Heights Elementary fencing project, it's currently scheduled for October 2nd. We would like to move that to the first meeting in November, and the reason why is to get more input around the planning and then input from our safety committee. If a reminder to the board, it was pulled when we were doing the adoption of fences because of the extensive work. I think it was over $500,000, and just trying to be more, I think the board at the time was trying to think about ways to be more thoughtful about that expense, but at the same time, secure the campus. And so if we could get some feedback from the safety committee, then we can bring it back to November 6th.
Perfect. Board consensus?
Okay.
Fine.
Awesome. Thanks,
We're
guys.
good. All right, anything else?
You good?
All right, there is no reason for us to go back into closed session. Is there anything for the good of the order from the board? Hearing none, meeting is adjourned.
I know, right?
Dolphins game is making me very